So I have a quick story I want to tell you. Normally I'm posting meal prep recipes and things like that. My background's in nutrition education. I like running. I love running. And I fancy myself to be a pretty strong runner. So this is not a story about me, actually. It's a story about a woman named Sister Marion Irvine. So listen to this. This is going to blow your mind, especially if you're someone who feels like they need some good motivation or inspiration. So just hang on. So Sister Marion Irvine, she's since passed. I think she died last year at the age of 95. Maybe it was a year before last. But she was a sister at a nun at a school in California. And she was in her mid-40s. She was a regular smoker. I think she was a chain smoker. And she was completely out of shape. Then one day she decided that she wanted to start taking better care of herself. And the way she wanted to do that was to start running. So she rifled through an old lost and found at the school where she taught. And she found a pair of shorts, like from another student. And I think she found a pair of shoes that way too to go for a run in. So she did. She went for a run. Her goal was to go for a 2-mile run. First day she went for a 2-mile run. That 2-mile run was humbling for her. She found it very difficult to make it through. I believe that she had to take breaks, which would be appropriate, especially if you're just starting to run. And she said to herself, though, now this is the key. She said to herself at the end of that run, I think I can do better tomorrow. And so she went back and she did it again and again and again and again. Now she's in her mid-40s when she started. Over time, she got a little bit faster, and a little bit faster. Now, this is where it gets really cool. At the age of 54, Sister Marion Irvine qualified for the Olympic trials. She's qualified for the Olympic trials. Now, if you're a woman who's over the age of 40 and you're thinking your hormones are taking over your life and that, it's just going to be like a series of management for the rest of your life, which we do have to shift gears a little bit, but there's so much that you can do. There's so much that you can do for you, for yourself, to take better care of yourself. You can surprise yourself. I find this story to be so inspiring and so motivating for me as someone who last weekend I ran a half marathon on Chicago's lakefront. And let me tell you, I was humbled. I thought I was a strong runner. I'm nowhere near qualifying for the Olympic trials. I mean, I like to think of myself as a good runner, but man, it must have taken something for her to develop those skills. So I will reflect on that and think about that. I think it's inspiring, motivating. I hope it's inspiring and motivating for you too. And if you want to tell me your inspiring and motivating stories, or if you have something that's like this, or maybe it's you who are inspiring and motivating, which I'm sure many of you are, leave it in the comments because we all want to read it. We all want to celebrate you. Enjoy your weekend.